I'd like to call the Development Review Board to order. Today is February 4th.
All right, so we have our first item on our agenda are the minutes, and we have minutes from December 3rd and January 7th. There is a correction on attendance. Mr. Murray was here for both meetings, and Mr. Atwater was not here on January 7th, correct? Okay, so you have those. And
I was not here on the 3rd.
And you were not here on the, George was not here on the 3rd. Okay. So other than those changes, if you guys are comfortable with the minutes, we could entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve with those corrections. All those in favor?
Okay, thanks, everybody. Next on our agenda is the reading of the witness oath, and we do have a sign-up sheet. It's normally on the podium, but I think it's on the chair now, so I know you guys already signed in, but anybody who hasn't signed in, when they come up to speak, please do. And that sign-up sheet includes the following oath statement. I solemnly swear or affirm under the pains and penalty of perjury that the statements I make, testimony I give, and other evidence I submit to the board at the board's public hearing held on this date shall be true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. And again, thank you for signing in when you speak this evening. We have 3 hearings this evening, 3 applications. The first application is the Bennington Museum at 75 Main Street. They are seeking approval for an expansion and improvements to the existing parking lot there. It's a fairly unique situation in that the property straddles the old Bennington and Bennington line, so this board only has jurisdiction over the Bennington section, but as you can see, they've provided the plans for the entire project. And I understand that an engineer from MSK is here this evening. So Andrew, why don't you come up and introduce yourself and explain the project.
All right. Evening. I'm Andrew Rodriguez from MSK Engineering.
Yes. I'm sorry. I jumped right over a very important thing, so sorry, Andrew. Any disclosure of ex parte communications or conflicts of interest regarding the matters this evening? I understand that George and Jane do have a conflict. So you're both members of the museum board of the museum, correct? Or
I'm just a contributor.
Contributor, and you are on a committee.
I serve on 2 committees.
Okay, so out of an abundance of caution, given the new Vermont Municipal Code of Ethics, it would make sense for you guys to recuse yourselves and step into the audience.
We contribute.
Excuse me?
For contributing?
Yeah, we contribute also. I didn't even think it was just being contributor when I was in order.
I think serving on a committee.
Yeah, serving on a committee is clear.
Contributing money.
Yeah.
Who do I not give to in this town?
So if we're contributing, we should step up.
I think just out of an abundance of caution, because the new law is still being played out, I just don't want you guys to get accused of anything.
We have just a quorum.
I know, just barely a quorum, so.
Oh, there you go.
I know, it's going to be, I think we're going to see some issues like that going forward. But. Thanks, everybody. All right, Andrew, you got to convince 4 people.
All right. Great. All right. So the Bennington Museum is seeking to redevelop and improve the existing parking lot and access to the museum. The project will also include upgrades to the courtyard and entrance area. However, as Dan said, that is located beyond the town line and will be reviewed by the village. So the project will include the removal of existing curbing along Main Street, the removal of the existing pavement, the development of a new paved parking area, access drive and walkway, new landscaping features along the eastern boundary of the parking lot, and these will utilize native plant species and tree species. There will be lighting mounted on poles installed throughout the site. This will comply with town regulations. There's an underground infiltration chamber to treat the stormwater to state standards, and there will be an enclosed refuse and recycling area in this corner here. Currently, there are 38 parking spaces delineated on site. This project will increase that number to 45 car spaces, 3 bus parking spaces, and of those 45 spaces, 4 will be ADA accessible stalls. Open up to any questions.
Okay, any questions from the board?
Go ahead.
Do you have does the town give you a curb cut permit or?
We are utilizing the existing curb cut.
61?
Yep, we're just going to be replacing curb. Yep.
Any questions or comments from the audience?
Just for my education.
Sure.
I didn't see much in terms of stormwater drainage design. Is that a state permit in this
Yes.
case?
Yep.
You're going to comply with their
Yep.
standards? And it looks like you have some sort of buried detention chamber.
Correct.
And then you.
Yep, so.
It flows to your pond, your.
Yes, so this will be subject to the 9050 permit. So we will have, basically right here is a stormwater detention area that's going to be underground and will outlet to the existing large basin that's over it. It will become there's some catch basins located throughout that all feed connected to here.
Okay, thank you.
Everything will be underground, you won't be able to see it.
Timeline?
As soon as possible. We have to go through Act 250 hearing, so after that, after local approval from here and also the village, we'll be going before Act 250 to get that approved, so I would hopefully this summer.
Move to approve that presented. If there's no more questions.
Okay, I second it.
You want to ask anybody, did you ask anybody?
Was there anyone else in the audience that needed to speak?
All right. I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll wait for our board members to return. The next item on our agenda is GH Housing LLC at 1246 Burgess Road. The applicant is seeking approval of a two-lot planned residential development subdivision off of Burgess Road. Amy, why don't you introduce yourself and let us know what's going on?
All right. I am Eamon Mulligan. I work for MSK Engineers here in Bennington, and I have been asked by the owners of Greater Heights to perform a subdivision of their property on Burgess Road. So back in 2020, Greater Heights purchased the old Burgess Brothers garage site. What they purchased at that point was 1.77 acres. Over the last 5 years, they've done 2 additional lot line adjustments with an adjacent neighbor, the first of which added 2.99 acres to that original 1.77 acre lot, making it just shy of 5 acres, with the second one being in the summer of '24, where they increased the size to just over 45 acres. Because of the fact that both of the transfers were done under boundary line adjustment, it's recognized as one lot. Because of the way that the property is used, Greater Heights, or GH Housing LLC, has a maintenance garage and office area which they use to maintain or run the business, as well as a equipment garage located on the northern line. What was included when they did the second boundary line adjustment was a horse barn, as well as a track that is used by horses and those that run them, which Greater Heights doesn't use at all. What they are looking to do is subdivide off that second boundary line adjustment, the 40.5 acres that they acquired in June of '24, so that they can create a secondary parcel that wouldn't be owned by Greater Heights. As part of this project, we are recognizing, because of the way that we went about the project, that we do have to do some wastewater permitting, which basically means that we are creating a replacement area for the existing septic system that serves the garage. It's also served by a spring that's located further southeast on Burgess Road. We're also creating easements to allow them access to that area. And there are a number of other existing easements located on the property. Those will not change at all. They will still remain in effect, and there is no other development being planned at this point as part of this project.
Amy, can you explain where the property line is and what it was historically, just so folks understand?
The original parcel included this building right here, as well as this garage on the north It followed, the property line followed the stream here, and then down more or less the center line of the drive. During that first boundary line adjustment, where they acquired the additional 2.99 acres, they added this area right here. So that would be, there's another stream that heads to the northeast, and then kind of the toe of one of the slopes out there, and they actually acquired this garage as well. I don't know if you can see that on your plan, but so that was that original parcel that was created at the beginning of 2024. In the summer of 2024, all of this additional land was added. And basically the goal is to go back to including this line right here as the dividing line between the two lots.
So essentially, it's back to the historic boundary
It's
line.
back, exactly, yes. It's back to the historic shape and more or less size of the property. They did acquire a little bit more land on the southern side, but I think the reason why we are asking the board to recognize this as a planned residential development is because of the setbacks associated with some of the lines on that north line.
Are there any questions from the board?
It says that on an alternate, just for the record. It says no more development is proposed. Is that correct?
As part of this project, that is correct, yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Any questions from the audience? What would the board like to do? Make a motion to approve?
Robin seconds.
Okay, all those in favor?
Thank you, Eamon.
Thank you.
All right, we're to our final application this evening. It's G&D Holdings at 138 Webb Street. The applicant is seeking design and development plan approval for a meat processing and storage use on the property and in addition to the existing building. Looks like Mr. Metcalf is here to present. So Jeff, if you introduce yourself and explain the project.
Evening, everyone. Jeff Metcalf here with Keefe & Weston Architects. I'm here representing G&D Holdings. As Dan said, we're proposing an adaptive reuse of an existing masonry structure on Webb Street for the purposes of relocating and expanding the existing meat processing facility that's at Henry's Market in this new location. Buildings in the MU2 district, as most of you know. What we're looking to do is take the existing 1,815 square foot structure. It's, again, masonry structure, and we're looking to add on a stick-framed 920 square foot addition on the south facade that will house essentially all freezer and cooler space for the operation. The existing 1,800 square foot facility will be renovated into the processing area. Outside of that, we're adding a small area for a couple of employee parking spaces and delivery for the product on the side, as you can see in the site plan, as we're showing here. We also have elevations you all have copies of what the addition will look like. And that's about it.
Any questions from the board?
You show a west overhead door, but I don't see any access route to that. Is that you're going to drive across the lawn?
There's an existing parking sort of paved gravel area on that side. So, but yeah, that'll be a rarely used door. They're hoping to be able to have it there for larger equipment being dropped and replacement of existing.
Can you describe, or maybe Gene can, the process you're doing there? Are you bringing in whole animals, carcasses, and is there a lot of waste generated?
Yeah, we'll have Gene speak to that for sure. He knows the process.
Are you going to have a dumpster for waste?
And Jeff, can you grab the sign-in sheet? And
Yes, sir.
Sign that. Yes, thank you very much.
So all we're doing is actually moving the processing operation that we do in the store over to there. We're not taking any whole animals, nothing like that. We're just going to make our sausage, our grinding, our marinating. We just need more space. We're stepping on each other with the equipment that we have now. Nothing's changing. We're just trying to get more space. We have the building, and we're just trying to get more space to do what we do now. For packaging and everything, it's like we're all crammed in the back kitchen now. Everybody's stepping on each other in certain days. But there's never going to be whole animals. I'm not getting into that. I'll never get into that. I don't want to get into that. Hoping he could expand our retail business a little bit maybe in the future for packaging and stuff like that, for snack sticks and things. But other than that, we're just trying to just make it more efficient, I guess. More efficient and more safe to be over there to get some of the equipment that we have now, just moving it over there.
Will there be a dumpster on the site or?
Not there. No.
Is it that kept in the store or is that?
It should be right at, it should be at the store, yeah.
Okay. What's the second floor going to be used for?
Just storage.
It's no residential or?
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, we're just looking for storage, maybe for like spices and packaging, like bags and stuff like that. That's about it. Yeah.
Vehicle access?
What's that?
Vehicle access for the product? Are you going from your store to this new facility, or you're going to be delivering?
We have the van, our Henry's van. If we need to go back and forth with that, we'll use that, I guess, but.
That would still be in use, you wouldn't be adding more?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
And you have sewer and water on the site?
Yes, it actually looks like the town just went there and they confirmed that there's a shut-off out front, and we're going to go into that more as we go, but it looks like a whole brand-new sewer line's in the one corner where the mechanical room's going. It's all right there.
And will there be any discharge to the creek with any?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside lighting.
Right now, we'll have a minimal. It's daytime operations, so the plan right now is to have a concealed light on the entry door, and that is it.
That's it, just a,
Yeah.
because that's tight, you know, there's a lot of houses that are right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we have no major parking, lighting plans or anything else. No.
What are the hours of operation over there?
It might not even be every day. It's just kind of like probably from like 9 to 4, 9 to 5.
Yeah. The coolers, are they going to be the same type that are in the store? I'm thinking about noise.
Oh,
Coolers.
exactly. Same thing. Yeah. They're going to be all. They're all just compressors. Yeah, they're not like nothing's loud. It's the same thing that's at the store now.
Yeah, just standard condensers with
we're just
air
picking up
handlers.
things pretty much and moving them from the store to there.
Okay.
That's what our goal is. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I need.
Any other questions? Any questions from the audience?
There isn't one.
What would the board like to do?
We'll go through it as presented.
Okay, I'll second it. All those in favor?
Great, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Gene. Just in some other business, we will not be having a meeting in the 2 weeks on the 18th. And because our first meeting in March falls on town meeting day, it's very unlikely we'll have a meeting then too. So unless there's some urgent matter, but very unlikely. So we will probably get together again on March 18th. So that's all the business I have.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Thanks, everybody.